doing and how are you? So, what thoughts keeping you from feeling joy? That's what we're going to be talking about today. My name is Karen. I help people explore their joy, to increase their joy in every aspect of life. So, let's be joyful. So, do your thoughts hold you back from the joy you could be feeling? And not conscious thoughts either. There's these little niggly things in the back of your head. I know it's true for me. I remember as a child, years ago, like years ago, thinking to myself, good morning, whoever has come. Drop a comment. We're talking about our thoughts and how our thoughts might be keeping us from feeling our joy. So let me know what your thoughts are about that. So I remember as a child thinking to myself that pain and suffering, difficulty. I didn't have the words exactly, but in my adult translation of that, that's kind of what I was thinking. Pain, suffering, difficulty. That was what was real. But happiness, joy, lightness, that's ephemeral. That just flies away. And I don't want to say that that's real and that's true, because I don't believe that that is at all. But the energy of pain, suffering, sadness, whatever, if you notice the energy in your body when you're having difficulties, when there's tough times, it's a heavy energy, isn't it? You stoop a little bit if the body is contorting in a certain way, with the energy, like your body just feels heavier. You're pulled more down towards earth. Joy, lightness, happiness are lighter energies. Even the way we walk, even the way we stand when we're in joy is different than when we're feeling sad. And you could test this out yourself. Don't take my word for it. If you want to, you could stand up. If you're sitting down, if you're driving, don't. Please don't. Don't do this exercise if you're driving. Wait until later. If you're watching this on replay, wait until later when you're in a safe environment. So for those that can, stand up and think to yourself, I'm sad. Life is hard. Things are awful. And just feel how your energy just goes down. And are you feeling that? Because there is a huge mind-body connection going on. Your body will feel things and tell your mind, which will tell your body, which will tell your mind, and on and on and on. So now, because I don't want to leave you in this state, now think to yourself, wow, things are really good. Things are wonderful. I'm happy. Things are joyful. What a wonderful time of year. It's a joyful time of year. Woohoo! And by the way, if you go, woohoo, that gets you out of that kind of sad, suffering state quicker than almost anything I know of. Let's really just stand and go, woohoo! You can't be not happy doing a woohoo. So how do you feel now? Lighter, right? Your body feels lighter. You're feeling lighter. I know that as I'm talking to you, because I'm standing right now, I keep going up on my toes. Woo! Up on my toes. So I ask you again, are your thoughts holding you back from feeling all the joy that you can? Our thoughts are powerful. We actually have no concept. We really have no concept of how powerful our mind is. I was listening to a training with Ray Higdon last night. Those of you that know Ray Higdon, it's huge on the online space. Huge. And he was talking all about how powerful the mind is. And I found that to be true as well. The mind is, we don't yet understand. We really don't yet understand how powerful our mind is to really kind of reshape our reality. Because if you think about it, very often our reality is shaped by how we view things, the lens by which we view things. So the same situation, actually a better example. You have two kids in the house, right? Raised in the same environment, same set of parents, same house, same whatever. And yes, taking into account that, there aren't two kids that are exactly the same. We get that. But if you listen to them, they will remember things differently. So kid one could remember mom is having a horrible temper. Kid two might not. Yeah, she would yell a little bit. Who cares? While kid one would be like, oh my God, the roof would cave in whenever mom got angry or whenever dad got angry. Kid two would be like, yeah, they would lose their temper. So what? It's the lens by which we look at things. One kid, same family. One kid, family vacation. One kid will remember the vacation as being fabulous and exciting, and the other kid will be like, eh. And if you listen to them years later, remembering an event, I mean, we've all had that, right? If you have siblings and you say to the sibling, do you remember when mom did blah, 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 blah? Two adult children will remember it differently. It just kind of sort of is. That's just what happens. It's the lens by which we look at things. So again, are your thoughts keeping you from your joy? Because they can. We can have programs running that we're not even aware of. I do. That we're not even aware of. Holding us back from all the joy we could be feeling. All the happiness, all the lightness. We may not even be aware of it. Because so much of who we are takes place in the unconscious. Stuff that we're not even aware of. Stuff that we don't really have access to. Not really. Just programs running in the background. And sometimes those programs hold us back. And they're there for good reason. I mean, they were placed there for good reason. The mind is set up to protect us. So, this is there for good reason. There's nothing wrong with us that this is happening. This is natural. It's gifts that were given to us, in point of fact, by our creators to keep us safe. Problem is that sometimes they also hold us back. And they hold us back when we don't want to be held back. There's a reason to be held back if the mind is feeling like there's unsafety going on, but sometimes it misinterprets. So that's a conversation for another time. And that's starting to get way too woo-woo. But, I mean, we could certainly have the woo-woo conversation. I'm not a nurse. But, getting back to what we're discussing today, are your thoughts holding you back? I'd love to know your take on this. I'd love to know your comments, how you're feeling about this. If you are seeing this on replay, drop a comment, let me know. If you're watching this live and feel like you want to interact during the live, feel free to drop a comment. I'm looking down at the comments. And if you want to partake, feel free. If you don't want to, that's fine too. You can just watch me do my thing. So, what? Think about it. And is that a bad question to ask? Are my thoughts holding me back from feeling all the joy I can? You know, think about your environment. If you're with family that you like, and that you feel safe with, because, you know, it is what it is, right? Or with friends that you feel safe with, and you're not quite feeling all the joy that you want to, that's maybe not a bad question to ask. Am I feeling all the joy that I want to? Awareness is number one. Awareness is number one. I mean, I remember times years ago where I would see people around me having a really good time, laughing, able to just let go and cut loose, and I wasn't able to. I remember on my senior weekend trip in high school, as a matter of fact, that was very apparent to me, that others were just able to cut loose and I couldn't. It was my thoughts telling me that I couldn't. There was other things too going on. I didn't really like where we were, but that's a whole other conversation too. But it was definitely my thoughts holding me back from all the joy I could be feeling on my senior weekend trip. So as we continue moving along this journey, are your thoughts holding you back? And it's okay. I mean, it really is okay. There really is no judgment. Because the first thing that we do is like, oh yeah, my thoughts are holding me back from bad thoughts, bad thoughts. No. Good thoughts, good thoughts. They're fine. It's all fine. In fact, it's better than fine. It's perfect. It's exactly what it should be. And all we're doing is just becoming aware of it. Oh, look at Sally over there. She's able to cut loose. That's interesting. I don't feel like I want to. That's okay. I don't feel able to. That's okay. Just be aware. Just be aware. No judgment. No judgment zone here. We're just being aware and looking around and going, oh, this is interesting. Wow. Maybe I'll get a little bit curious. Curious, not judgy. Maybe I'll get a little curious, like, why would that be so? Oh, I really don't feel so comfortable here. Yeah, that's a good reason not to, by the way. Oh, again, no judgments. Just being aware. Get to know yourself. You know, I don't know. Yeah. I was going to say something, but I don't know. I was about to go into a territory I'm familiar with, so I will back out. But just be aware. Just be aware and no judgments. Because when we judge, we kind of shut down the road. We put a roadblock from getting to know ourselves. And that's really what this conversation is about, is getting to know you and becoming more familiar. So I hope you gained value from this. If you have, please feel free to share. If you're not on my mailing list, please get on. I share oodles of stuff, and this way we can have a more in-depth conversation about these topics. So have a great day. Have a joyful day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.